My dad fancies my mum. Am I overreacting? Hello, you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be reacting to the Reddit thread, Am I Overreacting? Basically, this is a space where people can kind of type in their issue and say, this is how I've reacted. Should I have been this angry? Or am I overreacting? Am I overreacting? About to go nuclear over a text my kids' coach sent her. There's literally no way this ends positively. Having a great day and getting some exciting gifts. I will want to hear about them. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yes, I will tell you about it. Merry Christmas. I hope you have a good day and get good gifts. Thank you. Are you having a good meal too? And then he sent her a picture. Got a shot in my stocking that we all had to do. Thought you would like the name. Sorry? Why would you send this to somebody you coach, sir? Absolute weirdo. This is actually, I think this could be a crime. I know he's not sent a pic, but this is basically the equivalent of it, right? Also, if she's a, how, do we have, how? Oh my God. Okay, we've got some context to the ages here. So the coach is a male and he's 35. The kid is a 13-year-old female. Lock him up. I don't care how good his tactics are on the field. Get him gone. Why are you sending a 13-year-old a picture of a shot? You absolute melon. If like the coach sent my kid this picture, I'm like going straight away down to his house. I'm about to report him to the director of the club and make something happen to prevent this perv from being around a bunch of little girls. I just want to make sure I'm not overreacting because I feel like I want to kill him for trying to take advantage of my kid. To be fair, why does he even have a number? At 13, I feel like that's like, I know that's like, I didn't have my coach's number when I was 13. They just got in contact with my mom, you know? That's just how they kind of work. Oh, what a way to start it, man. It's the fact that we probably paid for that shot as well. You know, when you've got to pay subs for like the kids' football teams where it's like £9 a month. I remember I had to stop playing for one team because my mum refused to pay it. Am I overreacting after I found out my boyfriend's online friend group I became part of 2 years ago has been just him the whole time? When you think you're having a bad day, then there's these people, unfortunately, bless them. I guess I should have been less oblivious, but since a little before we started dating in 2022, I was added to my boyfriend's, just friend at the time, 3-person Instagram group chat with what he explained was some of his closest online friends. They're actually really close. Actually, they're inside of his body because they're him. The 2 other accounts seemed like real people because they had real followers and comments on their post and drastically different aesthetics looks to them. Is her boyfriend Smart Schoolboy 9? Because maybe it's their friends. Surely, there's too many similarities here. We eventually made a Discord server for us and that alone was convincing enough since multiple times we'd all be active at the same time. We never voice chatted, but I used to never voice chat either, so I didn't think twice. The group got closer though, as more and more time passed since I was first added to their group chat, and last month we got together and planned a research trip to Hawaii for August. So imagine my surprise when I'm over at his house tonight and his computer is open, and I just want to log into my Google Docs when I accidentally stumble across, first of all, follower bot sites, and also him logged in and chatting with me as one of the individuals I thought I'd become close with, and just got this sinking feeling. This is like, if this was in a movie, you'd be like, oh, well, that would never happen though. No, it's actually real life. I don't know how I'd react. I think I wouldn't tell them straight away. Like, I'd play along with it. Like, this is me not emotionally involved in this situation. If I emotionally was involved in this situation, I'm not gonna lie, I'd probably just cry. Speaking just logically, I want to, like, suss them out. I want to make them trip up. I've never seen his face so red, and he just absolutely panicked and started shouting at me to get out of his business. That's what we do. Us males. Well, gaslight you. Why are you even on my computer in the first place? Sounds like a you problem, actually. I couldn't even form the right words to say to him. In the end, I just walked out of his apartment sobbing. God, you know the group chat's going to be so active tonight. He's going to be on all of his accounts. Can you believe she did this? No, I can't believe she did this to us. I was just starting to get close to her. I know she mentioned that. This is so crazy. This is genuinely like, how have you not broke up with him? Oh, and she's attached some screenshots as well. Get in. I don't know which of the 3 she's talking to here. Probably our actual boyfriend. I just want to know why, when it finally came time for the Hawaii trip, how were you going to explain that? What were you thinking? Yeah, that is a pretty good point, to be fair. You just know something I've noticed about you. You can never just be calm, and there always has to be an issue. I know you were raised in a volatile environment and still have to relearn a lot about the healthy relationship dynamics, but it's like you thrive on chaos only. Sorry, are you calling this a healthy relationship dynamic? Sir, you're literally pretending to be all of her friends. How is that healthy? That's not even healthy for you. It's not, never mind not being healthy for her. How about a sorry? How about a yeah, that was a little bit too far, wasn't it? Pretending to, be friends with you on alt accounts. That's probably a red flag, isn't it? And we were going to see Wicked tonight. Pfft, I guess then that goes. You've ruined everything. Why did you have to find out? All four of us were going to go and watch Ariana Grande on the big screen. You've ruined it. How could you be so wicked? We're going to call you Alphaba. You can't be serious. I deserve answers. I am only so creeped out. Basically, half of my life for the past 2 years have been a complete and total lie, and you were behind it, all of it. What happens if she was like slagging one of them off? She's basically slagging him off to his face. Like, how did he navigate that? Like, looking at this post, I'm like, did you not, like, suspect anything? But then she probably wouldn't, because you just wouldn't suspect that your own boyfriend would ever do that to you. I feel so sorry for her. Okay, don't be dramatic. You know this isn't a big deal. You're just giddy to harp on this and make a bigger issue. The fact that he doesn't think this is a big deal, like, can you imagine what this guy does in this relationship? He must be one of the worst people to be with. I just love the line, it's like you thrive on chaos. Like, who are you, Thanos? What kind of a line is that? That's something that Wolverine would say to Magneto. It's so dramatic. I love as well, right? After he sent this message, he then put his notifications on silent. Well, unfortunately for you, sir, we've got 3 more methods to contact you. This is something that you just come to TikTok now, isn't it? When was this posted? 11 days ago. What? This is fresh. Go to TikTok, love. You were literally getting a 1 million view TikTok off this. I'm not even lying. But I don't think she would, because she seems like a really nice person. And even in all of this, she's not being nasty. She's just like, can you just, like, give us an answer? Like, I just want to know why. Like, why would you do this to somebody that you love? I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Bless her. I hope she gets that sorted, because that is pure manipulation. Am I overreacting, or is this a total breach of privacy? Not a Paul breach. Backstory. It's honestly pretty much non-existent. A uniformed officer in his patrol vehicle pulled up next to me to tell me my tire was low, and then I said, oh my god, I didn't know, thank you. He drove away, and I got this a few hours later. I'm kind of annoyed that he looked up my whole file just to get my number against my will. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't recognize the number. Who is this? This is the officer who pulled up next to you to tell you that you had a low tire yesterday. Oh, this is like a horror movie. Oh, okay. I mean, thanks again for that, but how did you get my phone number? Lol. This is the number that came up when I searched up your license plate. I figured I would reach out and see if maybe you wanted to get to know each other, possibly go to dinner sometime. I promise I don't do this often. Haha, you are just very nice and attractive, of course. Sir, you're meant to protect the people, not violate them. What do you mean? Do I want to go for dinner? No, thank you. You stopped us in the middle of me day to tell us me tire was low there. Why, who even does that? That's not even a thing. Fair enough if it's like hanging off, but to show the tire pressure's low? Off. Why does he think that she would ever want to go out with him? Like, as if he's doing her a favour. Like, what? This is so strange. This is like a total violation of privacy. Or is it privacy? Is it privacy or privacy? I know you're in a YouTube comment. You're not in like a voice chat, so you can't tell us. But please sort that, because I never know what it is. I'm going to say privacy just to piss the people off that think it's privacy. Wow, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you. You're welcome. My name is, by the way, yeah, we don't care. We don't care what your name is. We just call you Creep. Right, we'll just call you Creep from now on. Thank you very much, sir. This is just scary. The fact, because it's like it's not also like a breach of privacy. It's also kind of a weird power dynamic, because you pretty much have to stop when the police, pull you over. Like, you can't really say anything, and the fact he's used this as a way to kind of get a number is really creepy. And I actually think it's a sackable offence personally. I don't know if it actually is in the terms of service of being a policeman, but I feel like this is really, really weird. The fact there's like, people getting murdered and this guy's just trying to pick up women. It's pretty crazy. Someone commented, that is just ungodly creepy. If he ran your plate, he has your address, by the way. That's so true. That's actually kind of creepy. I've just watched Smile 2 and I had to sleep with like something blocking my bedroom door because, somebody breaks into our house and, creeps her out. Now I'm getting flashbacks. Now I feel like I want to cry. I'm getting wet behind the eyes, guys. Am I overreacting? Just received this text from my boyfriend. For context, my boyfriend and I live together and I work full time as well as split rent 50-50. I cooked all the meals and cleaned the house even after my graveyard shifts. All he does is work, come home to play games, and occasionally invite friends over. We've been together for almost 5 years, and he's been acting this way for the last 3 months. And when I tell him how it's making me feel, he tells me I'm wrong and overreacting. It's just in the handbook. When you're a guy, when you come out the womb, the handbook of gaslighting, it gets given to you. And you're like, I'm gonna master this. This is my Bible from now on. So basically, I'm asking, am I overreacting? Okay, and we've got a text message here. I know I usually hint at being respectful because I don't want to make a big deal about it when my friend's at the house, but sometimes you leave the dishes in the sink. Don't clean up the food that you made. You need to really get your act together before I find someone else who can. Love, ditch his ass. This text was already like bad enough. You know, like just talk to the person. Just be like, you know what? Like, can we both make this a thing where, like, after we eat something, you know, if we can possibly just like kind of clean it straight away, so then it's kind of already done. Like, approach it in like a nice manner where it's like both of yous working on it rather than singling it out, especially when she said she does all of the cleaning anyway, and apparently you do none of the cleaning, so you don't really have a leg to stand on here. That's bad enough. But the last line, before I find someone else who can, that instantly, right, that would just piss me off. I think I would instantly just split up with them just because of that. I know I'm not emotionally involved, so I'm thinking very abruptly here, but I would like to think that would be like, what? I do everything and now you're saying you're going to find someone that's better than me. Try it. Go on, go out in the world, see if anyone wants your ass. Call of Duty playing 24/7 ass. But in reality, this seems like a very you know, one-sided relationship when this person clearly has no time for playing games themselves because they're constantly working or cleaning up after their partner. It's really sad, and it's unfortunate that they're not appreciated, because that's kind of what you want in a relationship, right? Like, yeah, everyone has their individual things that they want, but to the core of a relationship, you just want to be appreciated. You just want to know that your place in the relationship is, like, you know, like, validated and important, and clearly she's not getting that validation from this person. And in my opinion, you're not overreacting, love. You need to leave this person, because somebody will appreciate what you do. Queen. Am I overreacting? My boyfriend thinks I sabotaged the mayonnaise because it was liquidy. Funny how all the Hellmann's is liquid state. Ideas? That's such a bitchy message. Any ideas? Not even any. Just ideas. Oh my lord, this is not gonna end well. What does that mean? That's a fair response. Lived on my own since 96. Never seen that. 2 separate bottles. Are you talking about mayo? Bravo. Oh my god, this person's an absolute melon. So, we went all day not fighting, and you're ending the night fighting over mayo. Super weird you disappeared. When you dude, and both of them melted in the fridge. I have samples. Oh my god, this person is so intense. Why is he, like, losing it over, like, some mayonnaise being more liquidy than he usually likes? That's such a minor inconvenience. Just put it in the fridge. Give it a shake like the rest of us. Why are you so bothered? Like, he's like Harvard referencing when he moved out. Lived on my own since 96, never seen this. This is an act of terrorism. How could you do this to us? Newsflash, I do not eat mayonnaise. What melted? Never seen anything like it. Going to bed. This person really needs to, like, work on their grammar. What in the world are you talking about? Great question. Try to answer tomorrow. Mental break I guess you're having. Nothing you're saying makes sense. First mayo, now something about melting. Oh, this is great. How's this? I use Hellmann's mayo regularly. Sorry. How's this? Oh, that's like the start of, like, a maths exam question. How's this? Stacey has 4 apples. I use Hellmann's mayo regularly, as you know. I know the viscosity. Okay, both contain. Oh, he's still going, man. Both containers are literally liquid. Nothing else has melted in the fridge. And I did this. I'm so invested in this. I didn't. Okay. Then there's a picture of Seth Meyers. I've been planking leftovers for late dinner all night before tomorrow starts a new week. Then mayo came out like soy sauce. That's the first. Then the other container did it. Never seen that in my life. Even when mayo was left. Why am I creased, man? He keeps, like, reiterating, going, I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like this in my life. I've lived alone since 96. Never once have I seen mayonnaise look like soy sauce. And you're blaming me. I don't even eat mayo. Case in point. And I'm crazy. What is it exactly you think I did? I'm going to sleep. Melted mayo. Sabotage your mayo. Wow, good night. Do yourself a favour. Open trash can and look. Tell me it's normal. Oh, and then she just replied with the dad thumb. Thus far, you haven't been able to poison me. You're mental. We watch the same shows. Save those bottles and go get them examined. Lol. And your brain while you're at it. Well, they are in the trash. Feel free to investigate. You think I sabotaged your meal, lol? Tell me if the consistency makes sense, mate. Like, you need to stop now. If you are really, really angry, this is one of your kind of, you know, boundaries in a relationship, that the mayo has to be kept in the fridge, that's fair. Just mention it. Just be like, oh, by the way, I think you might have mayo, it melted a little bit. Did you leave it out? No, you didn't. Or, well, it's just, if you ever do leave it out, could you just put it in the fridge? Or if you see it on the, like, just be nice. Don't, like, talk about it like she's committed an act of terrorism. The mayo's melted. It's fine. Just put it back in the fridge. What do you mean she's trying to poison you? It's still mayo. It's just more liquidy. She hasn't just got your life insurance sorted, sir. She's not trying to give you some dodgy sausages, trying to get a quick payout. So I tried poisoning you. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? I haven't touched your mayo or anyone's mayo. Not even touched store mayo. Okay, now they're being a little bit too defensive. I've not even seen mayo. I don't even know what it looks like. Mayo? What even is mayo? How is it different from last night? What happened last night? You melted my ketchup. I don't know. That's not part. I just went rogue there. Sorry, guys. I made a sandwich with mayo. Okay, this is the weirdest conversation I have ever had. These two aren't made for each other. These, you know, I don't know if anyone's actually made for the person she's speaking to. You know, if he's like going this mental over mayonnaise melting, I just wouldn't want to see what happens when a real issue comes on his doorstep. You know, like they're behind on rent, or, you know, one of them loses their job and they can't afford their bill. Like, I don't want to see what he's like when that happens, because he's overreacting to the stupidest stuff, and you're not overreacting at all. You didn't even react at all. You weren't even angry. Apart from the point when you said that you've never even touched store mayo. I thought you handled it pretty well. Am I overreacting, thinking this is extremely distasteful? Oh my, is that where I think it is? I think that we all know where that is, right, guys? That is, you know, a certain camp from 1939. You know, we all know what it is. Yeah, I think this is a little bit distasteful. I don't think you're overreacting here. Why would you use this as one of your pictures? It's like, why would you put this on your Tinder account? Like, if you want a photo at this place, that's okay. But like, why are you trying to make it look like you an attractive one? This is not the time or place, love. Okay. People died there, love. People died there. We don't need a selfie there. It's fine. I love that she's also got a top 10 Spotify artists there. There's nothing like taking a photo outside of a concentration camp and having a little bit of 50 Cent playing over the top, you know, just a little bit of garnish on top. A little bit of Little Dirk as well. She also got Travis Scott. Maybe she didn't know where she was. Maybe she actually thought this was Astroworld. Can we give her... No, we can't give her that. Am I overreacting? My cousin thinks my boyfriend is attracted to her. Oh, no. Can I tell you something weird? Sure, lol. Never mind. Well, why did you say something then? Why would you put the fish rod out there and then not hook one back in? You can't say that. Never mind, actually. You probably don't care. Girl, really don't do that to me. What is it? I have a feeling I know where this is going. I don't know how to say this, but I made eye contact with... I imagine her boyfriend. And then happened to look down, and I'm pretty sure he had an erectin. Not an erectin! That's the worst kind of erection! God! How could he have an erectin? Bloody men and their bloody erectins when they see we're cousins. Can't even take them to family brunches anymore. Okay. I mean, like, I think he got hard from making eye contact with me. That's a pretty big state. Like, if you have the power to just have eye contact with someone and then they go... Brr, then, you know, that's a superpower. You know, you need to kind of register that as a weapon. Like, when you go through airport security, you need to be like, by the way, you can't make eye contact with us because your dick's gonna get hard. You're like Medusa, but it only works around the pelvis area. You looked at him in the eyes, immediately looked down. He had an erection. It was erecting, actually, just if we're putting stuff in speech marks. And you think it was because you guys made eye contact? Yes, that's why I'm texting you this. First of all, I do not think it could happen that fast, lol. Okay, I'm just telling you what I saw. That's weird of him to have an erecting in public. Why does she keep saying erecting? You're giving us loads to work with here, love. Why do you keep saying erecting? It's erection, not erect. Erection. Erection. What am I, Dop? Why am I... That's the most times I've said erection. Oh, there we go. Again. And a voice break. God, I need to kill myself. He's a man. Men get random erectins. And it might just be being his bulge. I'm losing brain cells reading this. No. I know what I saw. I know an erectin when I see one. Okay, you're weird. I'm not going to forget about last weekend when you were trying to be all touchy-feely with him. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you better nip it in the bud immediately. Why are we trying to shag our cousin's boyfriend? There's a whole world of guys out there. Just don't choose your cousin's boyfriend. Calm down. I'm not trying to do anything. And nobody was touchy-feeling last weekend. Just thought it was weird your man got a boner from looking at me. I'll wear a less revealing shirt next time. But I thought it was just your eyes. That means you got an erecting over, you know, this area as well. But I thought it was just your eyes, love, so there's a little hole in your story there. Little plot hole. You're f***ing weird. Don't ever text me no shit like that again. Matter of fact, don't come to my house. I don't care. No need for all that. Just trying to look out for you because I love you. You know you're not. Like, the only reason, some weird reason in your mind that you reached out to say this was because for some reason you wanted to one-up your cousin. You wanted to always hold this against them. I imagine you're telling loads of people this, that her boyfriend got an erecting over you just by looking in your eyes, but apparently it was because you had a revealing t-shirt on, apparently, that we've learned in the last text message. You're not saying this because you love them. Like, you just wouldn't, obviously this didn't happen, but you just wouldn't, would you mention that? Like, it's just a weird thing, because why are you even looking down there? I feel like you want him to fancy you. That's what you want. And I don't think the person who put this in the thread is overreacting at all. I would cut ties with this cousin. Like, I wouldn't speak to them unless they apologise. Especially since she's been touchy-feely with your boyfriend. Like, she's took it one step further. Am I overreacting for splitting the bill on a date? Hey, I had a fun time yesterday. Oh, haha. Not a good start. Couldn't hope for a worse start, if I'm being honest. Just be a nice person. Just be like, oh yeah, me too. Don't reply, oh. Haha. Oh my god, some people are so brutal. I thought we had a good time. I did. I just didn't like the idea of splitting the bill. Why? It was your idea. I didn't think you would actually do it. I told you about how I like a man who can provide. Us splitting the bill made me take your career and other things into consideration. I'm sorry, but I think I deserve better. Don't get me wrong. You are a great guy. Just not for me. Okay, I think this is possibly the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but it is what it is, I guess. Lol, K. Good luck finding anybody with your minimum wage salary. You are a joke. Some people are just so nasty. Like, this is just nasty. Like, fair enough if you're one of those people. You know, I think, like, we haven't got the context into who asked who out on a date. Because I know some people think the person that asked the person out should be the one to pay because they're the one that asked them. But for me, I don't think this is, like, a deal breaker if you go on a first date and you split it. Because, like, you don't know if you're actually gonna, you know, be like, you don't know if you're gonna be an item yet. You don't even, you're kind of just working it out. So, like, it's kind of fair game. Although when I went on a first date with Chloe, I did pay for it. But I knew that that was the girl for me. Right, guys? So, that's it. No other words. Mic drop. It just seems like this person's, like, nasty because they said, don't get me wrong, you were a great guy. And then, like, shortly after, they just say, like, good luck finding anybody with your minimum wage salary. Like, that's such a nasty thing to say. Like, you don't even need to include that. Like, they're not a joke because they wanted to split the bill. That's a completely normal thing for somebody to ask. If they were like, no, you need to pay for it, then fair enough. That's a little bit like, well, if you've asked us why you're making me pay for your food. But I know everyone's got, like, a different opinion on this. But I just think no matter what your opinion on it is, don't speak to people like this because it's just rude. I'm gonna stop this video here, guys. If you would like me to make this a series and react to other Reddit threads and do more of Am I Overreacting, 4,000 likes on this video, and also just let us know in the comments because that's how I get a gauge of things to continue doing. And if you'd like to see me react to another Reddit thread, click this video right here because the ones in here are even crazier than the ones in this one. I promise you.
Kirkham, baby!